Good afternoon, good evening. I'm Theophilus Julukon Nelson II, and I created Gioleni. Gioleni is an educational technological platform. The goal of the platform is to make enrolling in schools and having access to your institutional records easier. The scenario that I used as the building block of the idea or the concept was that students struggling to access information about the school. This is in regard to enrollment plans, the date for entrances, the different fees that are to be paid, the different programs that are being offered at the university level. At the primary and secondary level, you have students experiencing all types of struggles and obstacles when it comes to them accessing school materials, understanding the school system, or just having guidance when it comes to getting in school and staying in school and being successful and understanding the system and how the school works. Gioleni was developed to solve all of that. And my supporting documents, they back everything about what I'm trying to do, especially when it comes to working with schools and working with institutions, creating a cloud software system where they can have access to student information, they have access to their programs, students can go there, they see the campuses, they understand the classes, they know the timing, and just have a rundown of everything you will need. You can there will even be features where you'll be able to pay your school fees, you'll be able to access all of the different classes through the platform and understand, okay, if I attend this school, this is how my schedule will look, these are the things I'll need to carry on the campus, this is the date for the entrance, and all the different information you need. You can even use the platform as a source of inspiration to go to school. Because if you have all your documents there, you will be inspired to be like, okay, what I can do now with all my documents on the platform would be, okay, I can apply to STARS, or I apply to Stella Maris, or I apply to UL. And I don't have to go all the way Fender. I don't have to go all the way on the campus before I get information about them. I can get information about them right from the app. When it comes to the problem we're trying to solve is to, remove all the complexities and difficulties students experience when it comes to enrolling in school. And, understanding what the school is about, what they offer, and what are the different programs and opportunities. And then having a portal for scholarship, having a feature that offers scholarship to students. They can apply for scholarship through the app. Liberians and other people in the diaspora can pay people's school fee remotely. And you can even access grades, you access final results, you access a lot of different things through the app. For the monetary aspect of the application, I am seeking $225,000 in funding. I've already made some progress with securing the funding, but I need institutional support in regards to Ministry of Education, Ministry of Youth and Sports, especially when it comes to having different campaigns to get students interested in the app, to have schools integrate their enrollment, their whole admissions process with the application, and just have this one big solution that helps the educational ministry to push forward in it. Any other requirement or any other baseline credibility that they will need. Okay, if your school is on Gioleni, at least you're able to access more students, you're able to build, you're able to connect with parents, you're able to connect with sponsors, alumni, and having different features that explore everything about educational growth. And then in the near future with the app, what we plan to do is build a system in the app that allows students who are attending schools in their own app to learn about the different languages in Liberian. Even if you want to learn an international language, there will be something that you're able to do through the app. And there are a lot of other amazing ideas, but the core existence of the app, the most important feature would be easily enrolling students in school, easily giving information about the school that you don't have, checking your records, storing your your educational documents there. So you don't need to go back and forth with WIAC or WASP all the time. You'll be able to access all your documents through the app. You don't have to go on your school campus to get a new transcript or have, a credible source to say, okay, this information is not photocopied, it's not something the person just printed up or fixed themselves. It's from their school, it's verified. So people will see the verification for you as an alumni of the school. They will see you in the records. They can even go and check in the system and say, okay, if you graduated from this school, that means your information will be there, and then they can access it. And back to the funding with the support from the different universities and the different institutions, what will happen would be, if all of them rally around the app and integrate the systems of the app, we as developers or the team that will be working on the app will build a cloud system for each school. And then this cloud system, all they will have to do is pay for maintenance and then submissions. So all of the students that have been graduating, or the ones that are graduating, and then the different programs they have, the clubs, the different milestones, the different big changes, the different important dates in the school, everything will be set up. And then people can actually read about the school, and even have a portal where they can support maybe a new lab erection, or maybe the school has a project they need funding for. You can reach out to almost all the alumni of the school through the application. And you can easily communicate within the school about, oh, okay, when are you guys giving entrances? What are the different fees we have to pay? Are there any plans for how the fees are to be paid? You know, the whole process of these things being very difficult for students. Offline, we're removing that. And then Ministry of Education can notify parents and students in schools of any valuable thing that they need. Okay, we're upgrading the curriculum to take this in, or we want students to start learning coding, we want students to start learning digital marketing, or digital development, or just basically technological literacy. All of these things, and then even sports activities for students, and social activities and programs, that workshops, seminars, and vocational schools. If I have someone who's interested in catering, or someone who's interested in masonry, you can apply to different vocational schools through the app as well. So it's not only restricted to colleges or high schools, but you have daycares, you have vocational schools, and once we have the backing of the top players in the educational sector in Liberia, I believe that the app will really soar. And for growth, there's a lot of potential. We don't have any immediate rival. Maybe there will be few. That's why, having an exclusive agreement with Ministry of Education and all the universities will really pay out well for us to be, the primary source, the official digital partner of the educational ministry and the schools we'll be working with, to be able to process the admissions of students and handle the enrollment data, and then have everything in cloud. Meaning you don't need a bunch of paper sitting somewhere. All of these things will be easy to access, easy to manage, easy to navigate. We'll train the staff that will be working with. We'll even have our own internal staff that will be assigned to a particular school to handle all the issues regarding that school, and making the process very simple and easier for both the students and the institution. Financing, the $225,000 will go towards the software development. As we expand, as we get more schools on the platform, we'll have to expand, and then it will cover development costs, it cover the database costs, it cover the data server costs. And the app will be deployed, it will be downloadable on all phones, both iOS and Android, and then students can use their laptops to access the app, save their information, and log in. Always use it almost like a social media app, but basically just for school stuff, school information, school activities. The last part I want to talk about is why I chose to do this. In 2017, I tried entering UL. It was really difficult entering UL, but I managed to get admissions for biology and chemistry major and minor. But later on, I had to switch to go to Smart Liberia, which I wouldn't have heard about as a young man if someone hadn't put me in a group chat somewhere. I say, okay, the organization doing something here for students, so you can go participate. So all of that, if you sit and think about it, students miss out on so much just because the information is not available, but they don't have nowhere to go to access it. And I believe that having an app like Gioleni, it will remove a lot of complications from students getting in school, and even the educational ministry and other research institutions can use the app as their source of credibility when it comes to looking at the numbers, the enrollment statistics in Liberia, the performance rating, how much is invested in school activities, like having someone pay close to $30 back and forth transportation, get the other document, go to WIAC office, go back on your high school campus. All of these things, if you sum it up and someone's paying only $10 per month, or $5, or $2.50 per month, just to access the app and use it to do all of these things combined, it will really bring great value to the Liberian public. And that's it. Whatever need to be asked, I'm available. And I believe that with this information I have just put out, there are a lot of things that can be done. The breakdown of the finances and everything are included in the document. So thank you so much.